Morning, guys. Hope you guys are all having a great morning so far and everyone's waking up. Today we are going to go through a balancing sequence to get us off on the right foot for the weekend. So if you want to have 2 blocks, grab 2 blocks if you have them available and bring them to your mat or whatever space that you're going to be practicing on. And then we will all start on our mats on our shins. And if that's uncomfortable, of course, come onto your booty and have the legs crossed comfortably. And you'll want to ground the sit bones wherever you are so you can lift up through the spine. So we want to start, especially after just waking up, we want to start by lengthening the spine and moving the body, the fluids into the spine and all throughout the body. So as you lift up to get tall, pull the heart into the back of the body, so you don't want to lift through the chest too much and jet the chest out, but see if you can lift up and expand out. And then feel the shoulders and ears aligned right over the hips. And we'll start today by bringing the hands together in front of the heart. Pull the thumbs together to touch the sternum. Lift up through the crown of the head and tuck the chin. And as you seal the lips, put a big smile on your face and start to breathe deeply in through the nose. So welcome this brand new day with fresh new breath, seeing if you can breathe deeper with every inhale and exhale even more of that old air that's been stuck in the body. So pull the navel to the spine at the end of the exhale. Take 2 more breaths. And this last breath, you'll invite your intention for your day and for the weekend. So maybe thinking of the idea of balance. Where are you lacking that in your life? What are you doing a little bit too much of and maybe need to balance that on the other side? Maybe even think about your actions, your interactions with each other, and even maybe your attitude. All of this, everything in life needs balance. So where can we bring that balance more into our life off the mat as well? So take 2 more breaths, finding an intention for your day. And then let's come forward, come onto the toes, tuck all of the toes under, sit back onto the heels, and then ground the sit bones back onto the heels. Hands come together in front of the heart, and you're thinking about the intention that you have created with your breath. Keep the eyes closed if possible. On your inhale, you're going to sweep the arms out, make that V shape, palms come together overhead, and then exhale the hands to the heart. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, arms come out like a V shape, palms come together overhead, and then exhale the hands to the heart. Do that 1 more time. Inhale, out and up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Close the eyes here. See if you can get really heavy into the sit bones onto the heels, feeling that space being made along the bottom of the feet. And at the same time, get tall through the spine. Pull the shoulder blades down the back. Crown of the head gets a little bit taller to the ceiling. 1 more full breath. And then come forward very gently. Be mindful of your back and your hips and knees. If you need to, you can always roll your mat over if you're on a mat, or you can put a small pillow under your knees. And then find table pose. Be careful of any props or any distractions that might be in the way, and focus deeply on your breath. And you'll ground the palms into the mat. Feel the shoulders right over the wrists. And then now bring the ears in line with the shoulders. So you'll tuck the chin slightly, reach the crown of the head forward, and at the same time pull the navel to the spine, and you're going to reach the tailbone back. On your next inhale, Drop the heart through the shoulders and look up to the ceiling. Tailbone reaches back for cow pose. And then when you exhale, round the back, tuck the chin, spread the shoulder blades. Navel comes to the spine for cat pose. Inhale to push the heart forward, tailbone back, look up, cow pose. And then exhale to round for cat. And keep moving, continuing with your breath, inhaling to lengthen the spine forward, and then exhale to round. And then you can start to bring any other movements you want. Think about how we are sleeping in one spot throughout the night and not moving. You can bring movement into the shoulders, maybe into the tops of the feet, pressing back. Take 2 breaths here. And then pause, find your table pose, ground the palms into the floor, step the right foot all the way to the back of the mat and come onto the ball of the right foot. You'll rock forward and backward on the ball of the foot. Lengthen through the hamstring. We did this earlier in the week. And then you're still grounding the palms into the floor. Reach the right heel back. Extend the left fingertips forward. Now you're balancing on your right palm and your left knee. If that's too much, bring the right hand or the left hand back to the floor. Extend the left fingertips forward if you can. Reach the left heel back. Take a full deep breath in to lengthen. And then as you exhale, you're going to round the back and bring the elbow and the knee to touch. Inhale to extend, lengthen forward, foot back. Exhale to round, bring the elbow and the knee to touch. Do that 2 more times. Inhale to lengthen, reach the fingertips forward. Exhale to round. 1 more time. Inhale, find length, nice and slow. You don't have to move fast. Exhale to round. Release the left palm, release the knee, and you can press back into a child's pose. Have the fingers extended forward, or you can stack the palms and rest the forehead in the middle of the palms. And then once you find that spot, settle the heart down to towards the thighs, down towards the earth. Take a few breaths here. Just release. Take 1 more breath. And then again, find table pose. Ground the shoulders right over the wrists. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Root into the palms. Step the left foot to the back now. And as you rock and roll on the back of the left foot, feel the stretch in the calf and the bottom of the foot. 1 more breath here. And then flex the foot, extend the left heel to the back of the room, tuck the chin, reach the crown of the head forward, soften the shoulders away from the ears. Add the right fingertips forward if you would like. Reach the arm forward. At the same time, you're reaching the left heel back. Take 1 big breath in to lengthen. When you exhale, round the back, bring the elbow and the knee towards one another to touch. Inhale to lengthen, fingertips forward, left heel back. Exhale to round. Elbow and knee come close to touch. Inhale to lengthen. 1 more time. Exhale to round. Extend the fingertips forward. Reach the fingertips forward. Heel back. Exhale to round. Release the hand. Release the knee. Press back into your child's pose. Ground the sit bones wherever you are as you press the sit bones back for the heels. Reach the fingertips forward, or you can have the forehead resting on to the palms. Take 2 big breaths here. And then come back into table pose. Tuck all of the toes. Find your plank pose or high push-up position. You can always put the knees down onto the floor if that's a little bit too much for the low back. If you are in that high push-up position, reach the forehead all the way to the front of the room. Reach the heels to the back of the room, still press the earth away, and the belly button comes towards the spine. Take a big breath in, and then when you exhale, lift the hips into your downward facing dog. Reach the sit bones up to the ceiling. Press the hamstrings for the back of the room. Feel the shoulders soften from the ears. Press the palms down and forward, almost like you're trying to stretch the mat or the carpet forward. And then soften here. Take 2 deep breaths in downward facing dog. And then you'll look forward very gently. Start to walk your hands, walk your feet to your hands, coming into a forward fold. Ground into both feet. Find opposite elbows and roll the weight into the toes of the feet. Tuck the chin, point the crown of the head down to the floor. And then rock and roll from side to side with the feet staying in place. This is nice for the spine, the hips, and the ankles. Make sure you're not holding any weight in the neck and in the head. See if you can completely let go on the torso and let the arms make the spine nice and long. Take 2 more breaths. And then release the hands down to the floor. Widen the feet as wide as your mat. Have the toes pointed out. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. When you exhale, you're going to come all the way down into a squat. You can bring the hands together in front of the heart and press the elbows into the knees. Lift up through the heart. Drop the tailbone down to the floor. See if you can take a couple of breaths here. If the heels can't touch the floor, then that's fine. You can always roll up a mat or you can place a pillow underneath the heels if that feels better for you. It's okay though if you're on the toes. Wherever you are, though, you want to feel the sit bones drop towards the floor and feel the knees trying to open up to the pinky side toe of the feet. Take 2 breaths here. Soften the shoulders down the back. Lift through the heart. 1 more breath. And then bring the hands down to the floor. Slowly start to straighten the legs. Bring the feet together right underneath the shoulders. Inhale to bring the hands to the hips. Reach the heart forward. Exhale to forward fold. Belly button comes to the spine. 1 more time. Inhale, flat back. Inhale, hands to the shins. Roll the weight into the toes. Exhale to forward fold. Bend the knees. Bring the arms to a V shape. Inhale to come all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale the hands down to the heart. Close the eyes. Root the feet into the floor. Pull the heart into the thumbs. Tuck the chin. Lift through the crown of the head. Take a breath here to remember your intention for the day and weekend. How do you want to bring more balance into your day and into your interactions? Take 1 more full breath here, smiling on your face. Blink the eyes open. Hands come to the hips. Step the left foot to the back of the mat. Have the right knee right over the right ankle. And then the left heel is pointed up to the ceiling. Sink into the front knee. Pull the right hip back so that the knee is pointing towards the middle toe. Soften the shoulders. And then hands can come together at the heart. Lift through the heart, feel the sternum press into the thumbs, and then feel the ears in line over the shoulders. So notice if you want to hinge forward, can you pull everything over the hips? And then once you find that spot, sink into the pose, drop the hips, sink into this front knee. Take 2 more breaths. Stay balanced on the right foot. You're going to come up and balance on that foot, bringing the left knee in line with the left hip. Flex through the foot. And then now feel what happened with the hips. Did you start to favor one side? Root into the right leg. Make sure both the hips and the shoulders are pointed forward, and then hands are at the heart. Take a big, deep breath in, keeping the right leg nice and strong. And then now you're going to bend at the right knee and place the left ankle on top of the right knee. If you need to, you can hold on to a wall or a chair or a surface for balance. And as you sit a little bit deeper into the pose, flex the left foot and you should feel a nice stretch on the inner left thigh. Sit back like you're sitting into a chair. Hands can be at the heart or at the hips, wherever feel comfortable for you. Wherever you are, though, you want to drop the sit bones, but lift through the heart. Soften the tops of the shoulders away from the earlobes. Take a couple of breaths here. Make sure that the jaw is soft. Take one more breath in and a full breath out. We're still balancing on the right leg. Bring the left knee in line with the left hip. Root into the right leg. Grow tall through the spine. And then we're coming back into warrior three. Send the left foot to the back of the room. Torso hovers over the earth. Find your balance. Hands can stay at the heart. Maybe they come to the hips or out to airplane. Flex the left foot. Tuck the chin. Reach the left heel back. Reach the crown of the head forward. Take 2 breaths. Take one more breath in. And then we'll come to standing as you exhale. Close the eyes. Hands come to the hips. And just feel now how that right leg feels different than the left. Take a full breath in here. And a full breath out. One more full cycle. And then very gently, we're going to step the right foot now to the back. Make sure that the left ankle is right underneath the left knee. You're going to pull that left hip back, almost like you're trying to set the left or the right heel, like you're trying to set the right heel down onto the floor. Lift up through the spine. Make sure that the ears and shoulders are aligned right over the hips. And then hands can come to the heart. Close the eyes. Soften the shoulders down the back. Keep the core engaged. See if you can sink into that front knee, but don't let it go past the ankle. Take 2 breaths here. Take one more breath in. Keep the belly nice and firm. And then you're going to stay balanced on this left leg. Press off of the right foot. Come into balancing on the left leg. Right knee is in line with the right hip. Pause here for a moment to find your balance. Find your drishti, that gazing point to focus at. Grow tall through the spine. Keep the left leg nice and firm. And then you're going to start to sit back like you're in a chair. Place the right ankle on top of the left knee. Flex through the right foot. Sit like you're sitting into a chair so you can feel that stretch in the inner right thigh. Hands can be at any comfortable position. Wherever you are, though, you're dropping the sit bones and lifting up through the heart. Shoulder blades move down towards the sit bones. Core stays engaged. Take one more full cycle of breath. On your next inhale, gently stand. Bring the right knee in line with the right hip. Pause here for your balance, growing nice and tall. Then as you exhale, begin to extend the right foot to the back. Hover the torso over the earth. See if you can find your warrior three pose. And if you need to restart, that's always okay. You're going to have better balance in one leg typically than in the other. Find your balance. Reach the right heel back. Take one more full breath. Whew. And then when you're ready, bring the right foot down next to the left. Find your mountain pose. Bring the hands together at the heart and close the eyes. Now as you root into the feet, lift through the center of the chest. Pull the shoulder blades together. Grow tall through the spine. Take one more full cycle of breath. And then bring the hands together at the heart. Widen the feet as wide as the mat. Take a big inhale here. And as you exhale, you're going to drop the sit bones, find our squat pose again. Press the elbows into the knees, thumbs press into the sternum, lift up through the heart. Take a few breaths here, maybe close the eyes. Bring all of your awareness and all of your focus to your breath, breathing in and out of the nose. Take 2 more cycles of breath here. Soften through the jaw. Relax through the eyes. And then bring the left hand down to the floor. Extend the right hand up to the ceiling. Find the space across the heart. Soften through the right shoulder. Keep opening the knees out towards the pinky side of the foot. Take one more breath. Right hand comes down to the floor. Press the tricep into that right knee, and then you're going to inhale to spiral the left hand up. You're still opening the knees towards the pinky side toe. Keep dropping the sit bones. Find your breath here. Take one more cycle, extending the fingertips up to the ceiling. On your next inhale, release the left hand down to the floor. Pause here. Hands come back to the heart. Take a big, deep breath in. And a very full exhale out. Hands come behind you so you can gently come down to the floor, bringing the sit bones down. Once you bring the booty down to the floor, you're going to balance on the sit bones. Bring the calves in line with the earth. So once you find that sweet spot, you can start by holding on to the backs of the knees, but lift through the heart, pull the shoulder blades together. So you want the heart to be lifting forward. The navel is engaged here into the spine, so you're using the core to lift through the sternum, or to lift through the torso. And as you point through the balls of the feet, you can have the hands stay behind the knees. You can bring them to the sides of the knees. You can bring them to the heart. And then if you want, you can extend the legs into the full pose for boat pose. Hands can even stay behind the legs to help you, but you still want to lift through the heart. Keep the chin tucked. Take 2 more breaths. And then come down. Bring the soles of the feet together. Hold the feet like you're reading a book and press the elbows into the thighs. Lift through the heart. Exhale to hinge forward, almost like you're bringing the heart towards the toes. Keep the chin tucked and the back long. You'll still press the elbows into the thighs. Start to feel the inner thighs opening. The hips starting to soften. Take one more breath here. And then bring the knees back together, balance into boat pose. Find your variation. Take a big, deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more breath here. And then hinge forward. Come back into your butterfly pose. Press the elbows into the thighs. Reach the heart forward. Soften the hips and thighs. Take a cycle of breath here. One last time, boat pose. Bring the knees together, balance on the sit bones. Reach the heart forward, keep the core engaged. The core is also helping to protect the low back. Take a big, deep breath here. And then this time we're going to come into a comfortable seated position. Cross the legs, rock the sit bones from side to side. Lift up through the spine, bring the hands together in front of the heart and close the eyes. As you press the thumbs into the sternum, grow nice and tall through the spine. Take a full cycle of breath, bringing your awareness back to your intention. And keep the eyes closed. You're going to twist the torso towards the right knee. Bring the left hand on top of the left knee. Bring the right hand behind the body to lift through the heart. Inhale to grow tall. As you exhale, you're going to twist. Use the left hand to help twist you so you can gaze over the right shoulder. Navel comes to the spine. Relax the left shoulder away from the ear. Take a full breath. Keep the eyes closed. Use your next inhale to unwind, come back to center. Slowly start to use the exhale to twist to the left knee. Bring the right hand on top of the left knee. Left hand comes behind the body to lift the heart. Inhale into the body. Use the exhale and the leverage of the right hand to twist you and gaze over the left shoulder. Use the navel to help with the twist. Get long through the right side of the neck. Soften the collarbone from the chin. Take another full breath here. Use your next inhale to unwind, come back to center. Hands come back to the heart. Switch the crossing of the legs. Reground the sit bones back into the floor. Inhale the arms out and up. Find that V shape. Palms touch overhead. As you exhale, you're going to hinge forward, come into a forward fold. Walk the hands as far forward as comfortable, but still keep the sit bones onto the floor. Tuck the chin. Feel the space along the back that you're creating. Shoulder blades move towards the sit bones. Keep reaching the heart towards the palms. And then once you find that spot, completely settle into stillness and take 2 breaths. And you'll walk the hands back to the body. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. Keep the eyes closed. Feel the thumbs connecting with the heart. And then silently repeat your intention back to yourself, or envision your intention. Blink the eyes open. Put a smile on your face. Namaste.